Hello everyone, and welcome to what's my video about my drawings that I did last year, 2020, when we had this corona epidemic that it's which is going on a little bit into this year of 2021 also, but I wanted to see how I started my drawings again. I've been drawing since my childhood, but I never thought that it would be something that I could actually use as a profession or talent, or that it actually would be my talent or gift. But I have received a lot of confirmation during the years that I can draw at some level, but now when I looked back to my childhood and the pictures that I've been drawing when I was 15 and 16, it shows me now that I have to pick up from where I left when I was 16. So beginning of the year 2020, I went to the art shop and I brought these really nice papers, Fabriano Bristol papers, and the art shop that I visited was really great because I could test different papers and different pencils. So I finally decided to buy this set. I have actually two now, two this size. I first bought the fixed set of these Luminance pencils, but then the seller of the art shop said that in case if I need more variation of the colors, she's more than happy to replace one of the fixed sets, and I can choose the other colors into the this kind of set, and it wouldn't cost any extra. She would just change the pencils, the individual pencils that she had on sale. I really love this pencil. It's a little bit like oil based, so it's really easy to draw and really easy to mix the pictures, but I will explain a little bit more while I show you my drawings. So the first picture ever last year, beginning of the last year, that I drew with these pencils was this picture. And I wanted to choose something easy for me. I wanted to try to draw a crystal, clear crystal quartz, and the settings where I drew it, it was just like testing the colors, and as you can see, the shading is not so good. I haven't done so well the shading around the leaves or the flower. A little bit more in crystal, but not so well in shadings in elsewhere. And although this was the first drawing, it really inspired me to try more. And the next picture, then I tested the shading a little bit more, and I really wanted to wanted to illuminate the clear crystal features, like how you can see through into the crystal. And this was like a rose quartz, and I just tried to place some flowers around it. So I was just testing the pencils and my skills, and not all the drawings in the beginning of the 2020 got into the final form, as I saw that when I tried to do bigger pictures, I lost the concentration on drawing. I'm better to draw like these small details than the bigger pictures. And I saw that the mixing of colors, I did it somehow wrong. You will see it in later also that I have some work to do with the shading and mixing the colors. But then I wanted to add my imagination into the table. And this is something that I draw when we dived into the COVID pandemic, and I saw this separation of people, some people believing in one thing and other people believing in some other things. And this just made me realize that we are living in a world of different views. And in this picture, I had bought this kind of model, and this was just trying to understand the posters. So this is really helpful. I haven't used it a lot yet, but I will do it. I will use this more in the future when I'm really interested to paint or draw the human posters, because they somehow show you the emotions and feelings, and I like that's why I like the posters so much. Then I got inspired to draw something else, to draw the circle and then just let my imagination out and see what comes out to the picture. And this drawing inspired me to use my kind of like channeling skills, channeling through pictures and stories, and actually this picture later on found its way to the cover of the product that I channeled through this picture. But still, you can see I'm a little bit testing a little bit more talent on shading already, because you can actually see the difference of the leaves and the butterflies and stuff like that. But as you can see, the crystal itself didn't show so strongly in this picture. But I carried on, and this is the next picture, a little bit better in my own opinion. I was testing different colors and how I can make the different shapes come out a little bit more. And here once more, I used a little reference for the turtle, but just to get the shield, I wasn't sure how to draw it. otherwise I was just drawing this from my mind, mimicking the different movements and shades of water and sand and Larimar crystal stones. And this also found its way back to the cover of the product sale. So, and these sorry about it, these shapes I carried on and channeling different stories and bringing out the my talents and knowing of different kind of things. This is the first picture of human body in this extent. I just wanted to show if I'm able to draw different muscles and different kind of shades that human body have. So I was really pleased with this one, and I will carry on to practice drawing human body a little bit later on. Then I wanted to test drawing a face, and this I was drawing with these kind of pencils. I don't like the dry pastel pencils. It's really, it gets me frustrated because you can so easily get all these colors away when after you have drawn it. But I just wanted to test my skills to draw a face, and I have had this challenge with eyes. I have always felt that it's really challenging to draw a person from the front, and even when I was younger I always drew people from backside, not face side. So this was a real test to see how I can how can I draw a face. And I posted this one on Facebook and said that I have a challenge to draw the eyes open in a face, and I had a lot of followers then who inspired me to try to draw a face with the open eyes, but that didn't happen right away. So I was just practicing the shading and shapes and different color mixing and textures, and I carried on and I drew this big picture about moonlight. And in here I understood that I have some problems with mixing the colors or coloring the paper, because you can see this color building up in some places and leaving the white marks. And this is something that I really have to practice, how to make the colors mix smoothly on paper. And you can see, I don't know if you can see that when you press the pencil too much on a paper, it gives this kind of like shiny cover to the page, and the color doesn't take so well into the paper anymore. But yes, I had some testing and I tried different kind of color shading just testing the pens and doing different shapes, and here is something that I really love. I've always loved horses, and I just wanted to test my skills to draw some part of the horse. And this took me a while, but this was just testing again the shading and how to do different shadowing and how to bring up the different formations of the horse through shading. So, and here's the one, and you can see this started to be like half a year after I started to draw again, and you can see that my shading has got a little bit better, and I can mix the colors a little bit more, or a little bit better. But there is still some challenges, some shading and mixing colors. You can see I can see myself, and you can see that I have used just a couple of colors, and this made me feel that there isn't enough variation, but I'm quite happy with this anyway. Then I tested my pencils on a black paper, and you can see I didn't draw anything here, so this was just testing the black paper, and although it started really well, I wasn't so happy about it, but it is what it is now. It was a try, the first try. And then I actually, this is a little bit not in a right this is actually already this year, the first of the beginning of this year, 2021. I just wanted to draw my self-portrait, and this was really interesting work, and I will carry on doing this once in a while, maybe once in a year or twice in a year, just to see how I will develop in drawing myself. I think this is one of the good challenges for the artist to try to draw themselves and see how we can draw into the paper the way we see ourselves. And this is actually the first face drawing that I did with the open eyes, and this was during the summer when the corona pandemic was on its worst, maybe, and I just wanted to I wanted to draw out my feelings, and this is how it came out. The theme of this picture was "We still have time," and it showed the kind of corruption we have on the world at the moment, and how the life on this planet is still flourishing, even though we have different challenges. I really like this picture, and I love the intensity of the eyes. But you can see I have a problem with shading the face, because I have some problems with the layering the color, because it leaves these marks, like these white marks. But that's something that I have still to practice. Then I was drawing some mountain lines, And this picture showed me that the pencil, it's really challenging to draw huge areas with the pencils and try to get the shading well or coloring the well. But it was just like testing the colors and how it would see. And here's something that I tested this, I don't know how it called, I can't remember anymore how it was called, but I was using these lines, and I drew this house with this help of these lines. And this is something that I have seen in my imagination, in my mind, this place somewhere in Lapland, and this place is calling me, and I don't know where it is, but now I have drawn it into the paper, and so let's see if I ever will find it. But it was really fun to test this kind of drawing with the help of lines, vertical and horizontal and vertical lines. Then this was something that I saw on internet, on YouTube, and I was testing these soft oil pastels, and I really liked them. The drawing with the oil pastels and addition with graphite pencil. This is really fast way to draw, and you can get really amazing work mixing different colors, and I really love this way of drawing. But this is something I kind of like left behind. I did a couple of drawings. I have a couple of more. Oh, let's see. So this is one. I did with the oil pastels, and I really like the texture and the way that you can mold the picture afterwards. And you can really easily blend the colors together, and you can mix the acrylic painting and graphic pencils. So this is like mixing different kind of pencils and ways to do the drawings. And here's one. This is also mixing oil pencils and acrylic paint. And here is one more. This is something that I really liked. Let's see how it shows. Yes, this is something that I really liked, and you can see the different colors. I did this part, the coloring part with the oil pastels, and then I just did the little small dots with the acrylic painting. And I really like to mix these different techniques together. And here is the last picture that I started. I started to test if I'm able to draw a crystal, but as you can see, it's a little bit it's not finished yet. So let's see if I can ever finish it. But I just wanted to give you a small taste of my drawings last year during the pandemic, when all the people were pushed inside. So I feel that I'm really lucky because of this pandemic and all the isolation that I had to face, because it pushed my talents out and my curiosity towards painting and drawing again. So I'm really happy about it, and even though I'm now just testing my different drawing skills, I'm also starting to learn the digital drawing, and maybe something about it in next video then. But thank you for watching, thank you for being here, and see you next time. Bye bye.